And once again, we are back. I'm Q.
I'm Teddy.
And this is The Farm.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ooh, it has been it's been like a week, right?
Yeah.
It's been a week. It's quite a week. I think last time we did our podcast, it was post-looting and rioting.
Yeah.
And the tensions are starting to finally settle and stuff. At one point, we had a gang war going on. Not gang war, race war.
Yep.
It was, 18 dead in less than 24 hours?
Mm-hmm. Since then, they've united and, in solidarity of a cause.
Which, I won't lie, that shit was making me real depressed. When I saw the looting and the destruction and all the black faces they was only showing, that shit was pissing me off.
Oh, yeah. Of course. They gave so many white people that they clearly saw were looting and destroying things the benefit of the doubt in the media so many times, despite what was going on. That's just my 2 cents on that. Let's get to the other topics we wanted to talk about.
Oh, well, this on the topic has a little bit of backlash from the looting riot.
Absolutely, but it's on the positive vibe, and let's keep with that.
Okay. Well, there's a gentleman named Antonio Green Jr. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he just did something terrific. Right after the looting and the rioting, they had destroyed all kind of property, glass and debris everywhere. He spent 10 plus hours by himself cleaning up the city streets. 18-year-old man decided, you know what, I'm gonna do some good, despite all this stuff going on.
Right.
Sweeping up glass and debris and all kind of, the looters left all kind of products and stuff like that. He cleaned all that stuff up, spent his own money, and the city rewarded him. They rewarded him. Matt Block, I believe, hockey player, rewarded him with his red Mustang convertible.
Nice.
Gave it to him because he was asking him about, he asked Antonio Jr., he was asking Matt Block about, tips on buying a car. And he decided to bless him with his red 2004 Mustang, which was kind of a coincidence because Antonio Jr.'s mother, who's currently deceased, she drove a red Mustang.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And Matt Block, he told the reporter that literally gave him goosebumps. They was to bless this guy. And also, the city rewarded him a scholarship to college and 1 year of free car insurance.
Nice.
Yeah, man. You keep that up, man. You keep being that guy you are.
I think a lot of us can learn from his example. He went out of his way. He saw there was an issue, and instead of complaining about it, he put action to it.
Yes.
And I hate the phrase "no good deed goes unpunished," because you can clearly see, a good deed, an act of kindness was rewarded in kind.
But I think he just stepped up as not only a citizen, but also a member of his community.
Absolutely.
To do some good.
Yeah.
It's
crazy. When people, especially kids, see me cleaning up around my neighborhood, and they think I'm getting paid for that.
Well, that's what the word teach you. You're supposed to get compensated.
They ask me, do I work for them? And I'm like, kid, I live here.
Kids don't understand that.
Yeah, but that's something that you're supposed to teach. I remember, you remember Miss Tramiel? I used to work with Miss Tramiel when I was a kid. I had to be, what am I, 8, 9 years old? This lady used to pay me every other week to come and clean up, but she taught me some valuable lessons. She was like, she'll pay like $10. Well, when you're 8 or 9 years old, that's significant. But it was more so she taught me responsibility. and it stuck with me, you know. So it takes a little bit of an effort for, you know, parents or someone of influence to teach these little kids that if you see there's an issue in your neighborhood, you can be the one to do something about it.
Can I say something?
Go.
But she paid you.
Yes, she paid me, but yet now here I am 20 plus years later, I do it for free in my neighborhood because this is my neighborhood.
Yeah, but that's the maturity. But if you had to do it for free and she never paid you, you would never came back.
Oh man, that's not true. There was days that she asked us to volunteer because our aunt used to go and she had a relationship with this lady, and this lady would go.
But going back to Mr. Mill, if the first time you went over her house to clean her house up and she didn't give you shit, you would have been like, I'm not going back.
That's not true.
But that's how she got you hooked, though. She taught you to get rewarded for it, and then later on, you were like, you know what? She done so much already.
You looking at you trying to turn a negative spin.
I'm not. I thought we supposed to be honest.
We are being honest.
I thought we'd be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought we were supposed to be honest on this podcast.
Yet, what happens when, traversely though, our grandmother had us cleaning up for free, and we had to do it anyway.
Yeah, but it was the threat of an ass whooping. So let's be real.
You probably got a threat of an ass whooping.
Well, no,
I didn't have to worry about that.
It was the reason we had to clean up because we was trying to be obedient because the disobedient rewarded with an ass whooping or negative treatment. That's the reason we did this shit. That's the only reason we listened to our parents because it's supposed to be. We remember the last ass whooping. That's where you listen like shit. Wait a minute now. She getting stronger.
I can't count on one hand 5 times I got ass whooping. So
I took a lot of them ass whooping for you.
Man, you took them for yourself. It
No.
was your mouth, man. It was your mouth.
It wasn't my mouth. How? You got in trouble and shit like that. He literally got in trouble, and we all stood around. We were surprised to see she about to finally whoop his ass, and she came around and she grabbed me and whooped my ass. And after she whooped my ass, she was done giving her ass whoopings.
She was tired.
And I'm sitting in the corner hyperventilating, trying to figure out what the fuck did I do.
Man, you was a bystander, you know. That's why I tell people, don't be a witness unless.
I was like, it was the damnedest fucking thing.
I can't remember ass whooping.
He got away with a lot.
Listen.
He's that light skin.
It has nothing to do with light skin. It has everything to do with my outlook on things.
You know G-Ma had pics. She had pics at all the litters.
Every parent has pics.
Yeah, she had pics at all the litters. You know what I'm saying? You were the pick of the litter.
Everybody got pics.
You high yellow, she like light skinned men.
If there's any kids that's looking at this, which I don't.
No, I don't have no kids looking at it. We got all the profanity and stuff.
But
don't do that.
If there's anyone 16 plus looking at this, just know your parent has a pic.
Usually the first one.
Not always, not necessarily, because I wasn't the first one.
Well, you know, man was with his papa. Yeah. He wasn't around.
Let's go back to the story. Anyway, yeah, that was phenomenal.
I was just trying to be real. You trying to turn it into something else. That's how she got you hooked by you coming over doing a little bit of work, and she rewarded you for effort. And then later on, you like, you know what? I've done so much already. Okay, this 1 or 2 times, but then
absolutely.
And then
well, here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. I mean, I can look out right now.
We mature because we adults now. We see the outlook, but as an 8-year-old do some fucking manual labor for free, they gonna turn him the fuck off. As adults,
this man wasn't 8 years old. He's 18.
I understand he's 18. You know what I'm saying?
But my point is, it stands to the level of maturity on his on his behalf.
Yeah, no one taking away from that at all.
Because he's 18. He's not 8. He's 18.
Yes.
And
you know, man, he saw a problem in his community. He decided he gonna fix it. He's not gonna wait on nobody.
He has the maturity of someone, you know, twice his age to step up and do something like that.
I see shit on the street. I be like, ugh. I was like, yeah, I tell you the truth. Till you got on the truth.
You know,
that's job security. Somebody got to come out here and clean these streets.
That's bullshit. Oh. there was glass in the street, and I drive through the street. So I went in the house, grabbed my broom, my shovel, and I swept it up because, one, I have to use that street. Nobody else is gonna do it. Two, I don't want to mess up my tires, and I would hope someone else could do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
But how often do that happen?
Can I ask you something?
Sure, go ahead.
Did you call your alderman?
Yeah, I called my alderman. Absolutely not. Not for something like that.
No, I'm talking about your street. I'm talking about your street.
You talking about, my street is kind of raggedy.
It's raggedy than a motherfucker.
Did you know, fun fact, did you know, if I was to go and grab all of the materials and I wanted to patch that street myself, I could get ticketed? No.
You can get ticketed?
I would get a ticket.
Because you're not licensed?
One, because you're not licensed, but two is because they will charge you with public disturbance.
Well, yeah, technically, because you would be blocking off the street.
No. Let's say there was a patch on the side.
All right, yeah, right.
Where it's not obstructing. Okay. I still can get a ticket for that.
Oh.
That is counterintuitive, a little.
That is kind of weird.
Weird, but yes, I could get fined for that.
Didn't know that.
It's funny. Quite weird. But anyway, yeah, that's just something that I figured out. Because I was considering doing it myself.
You considering, lay some fucking black tar out?
Goddamn right. I've done it before.
Yeah, I understand, but we were working on a job when we did that shit.
Absolutely. But,
we was on private property and shit.
Yeah.
You like, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? On some Paulie, on some John Henry shit. With a
sledgehammer. Get your ass out.
There's a baby oil all across your skin.
Wife beat on. Gotta have some overalls.
Yeah, I want some overalls. I really want some overalls. I want some purple overalls with a yellow shirt and some white gloves.
What?
Mm-hmm. Wario. Wario.
I'm gonna get your ass that conductor's hat then.
Yeah, I want the conductor hat too.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I want some purple corduroy overalls.
I'm throwing mushrooms at your ass.
How long as they portobello, goddammit.
No, it's gonna be the
psychedelics.
It's gonna be the baby bells.
Don't throw no psychedelics at me. I ain't about that life. I had a friend that tried to get me to do mushrooms. I had a friend try to get me to do X and shit. I'm like, that ain't black drugs. Those are not something.
So what was this? Who was this friend? Was this friend of the melanin persuasion?
No.
Of course not.
No.
Because peer pressure with those type of drugs usually come from the other side. I've had that too. I'm not gonna die.
He wasn't a black man. I thought he was a white dude, but actually he's Hispanic. He's just real fair skinned. Yeah.
Somebody like that.
Yeah, just real fair skinned.
They flodge.
I thought he was a white guy. So I saw his parents. I'm like, you adopted? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. So maybe they saved your life or something. Got you out of a bad situation. No.
Anyway, let's get to the next topic.
Okay.
So we were just siphoning through social media. I saw this post in regards to scientists discovered 33 new prehistoric creatures living in a sealed-off cave.
No, they didn't say new. They said
no, they're not new, but consider them to be new. Subspecies. But
they did find a species of bacteria.
Yeah.
They use chemosynthesis, which they takes the cave was sealed for over 5+ million years. No sunlight, no fresh air. So the carbon dioxide that was in the sealed crevice or whatever, it was being reused and repurposed by the creatures, and that created a bacteria that uses that same toxic environment to create its own food source. which the small invertebrates eat, and then the larger invertebrates and the sea animals actually eat. And it's a closed ecosystem, fully closed. And every species in there is completely blind because there was no lights.
Yeah.
So they didn't need to rely on lights. A lot of them just had evolved to have hairs and antennae,
receptors to receive.
Yeah, to explore their environment and stuff.
You know, I just watched this movie Silent on Netflix. A similar situation. So I'm not sure if it's art reflecting reality or reality reflecting art. But in this movie, there were bat-like creatures that were silt off.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say how many years. They didn't know. But they were silt off from the rest of the world. And some excavators happened across their environment, broke it open, and these things went out and ravaged the entire world. And they bred like crazy, and they killed. And they could not see. They can hear really, really well. And these things decimated everything.
You know what's similar to that?
What's that?
Rain of Fire.
Rain of Fire? Yeah. I mean, well, there's tons of movies to reflect the current situation. Now, my concern, not with the scorpions or the spiders and things like that, but this bacteria.
Yes.
Because, and those are just the ones that they publicize. Now, understand that the military.
We're talking about like 5 different creatures.
Yeah.
But there's 33. There's up to 48 different species, but 33 new subspecies.
Right. Now, understand that whenever science can be used for good or used for bad. And I'm sure if you can weaponize something, someone is going to give it the best shot. Did you know that gunpowder actually started off, the intentions of gunpowder when they happened across it by accident was to create the Fountain of Youth?
Did you also know, by accident, champagne was created?
Yep.
Well, everything in science is
it's a practice.
Yeah.
It's a practice. So, I mean,
look at Sweetener.
Yeah.
You know, Sweetener wasn't, it was made in a lab. Somehow somebody takes it, oh man, this is sweet. It wasn't made, they wasn't trying to create it. It's a byproduct.
Sugar is one of the active ingredients in napalm. So you're talking about something live that feed off of an environment. What happens when you introduce it to our environment? What happens then?
Who's to say? Our oxygen-rich environment might kill a lot of that stuff down there.
Possibly.
Or
it could have an adverse effect. And because I look at it like, you know why they ask when you at the airport, you going international, do you have any fruit or animals, exotic animals? Because when those creatures or that source, them organisms meet a foreign environment,
usually without any kind of predators to prey on them and stuff like that, they breed like crazy.
Right.
Like the giant African snail, which is now decimating Florida. They have no natural predators there to curb their species, and they breed like crazy. And, you know, snails will eat anything. Most people don't even know this, but snails are predatory.
Yep.
They're carnivorous.
Absolutely.
There's no such thing as a herbivore snail. It'll eat whatever it can fit in its mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And it has a tongue.
Their breeding pattern.
Tongue is lined with razor blades. It's called a rigula. They stick their tongue out or something, and pull it back in, and whatever they
I just want them to be careful because 2020 has already been thematic.
It's not even that. You just going to 2020, going to memes.
Hey, 2020 has just been one of the strangest, weirdest, adventurous.
Adventurous. She had blue hair too.
Wow.
I like one with blue hair. It's adventurous. It's daring. Red is all played out. You ain't brave if you have red hair no more.
He segues a lot.
Just how my mind work, baby. Just how my mind work.
Be safe out there, yo. I'm Q.
I'm Teddy.
It's the farm.